Greetings everyone, welcome back to HouseLux Estate, your go-to space for financial education and estate management tips. Here at HouseLux, we're driven by a mission to make financial literacy accessible to everyone. We believe in the power of knowledge, especially when it comes to handling money. It's an essential skill, one that's often overlooked in our educational systems. But don't worry, that's where we come in. In today's video, we tackle an issue that affects us all: the lack of financial education in our schools. Ever wondered why, despite years of schooling, most of us are unprepared when it comes to handling our finances? As we dive into this topic, let's take a moment to reflect on our education system. We spend the better part of our formative years in school, learning about history, science, math, and language. But how many of us can recall sitting in a classroom learning about personal finance, budgeting, or investing? For many, the answer is a resounding none. This glaring omission in our education system is not a small oversight. It's a missing link. Financial education is rarely, if ever, included in school curriculums, and even when it is, it's often buried under a pile of optional or extracurricular activities. Consequently, students graduate without the necessary skills to navigate the complex world of finances and money management. Think about it. We are taught how to dissect a frog, solve complex equations, and even how the universe works. But when it comes to understanding credit scores, managing personal debt, or saving for retirement, we are left to fend for ourselves. It's as if we are given a car to drive, but never taught how to steer or apply the brakes. This gap in our education leaves us unprepared for the real-world financial responsibilities that come with adulthood. From managing monthly bills, to understanding tax obligations, to making informed decisions about loans and investments, these are all crucial life skills that we are expected to pick up along the way, without any formal instruction. And then there's the issue of financial literacy. It's not just about understanding numbers or being good at math. It's about understanding the value of money, the concept of delayed gratification, and the importance of planning for the future. It's about knowing how to make your money work for you, rather than you working for your money. This absence of financial education in schools is causing serious consequences. We'll unpack these consequences in the next scene, as we continue to explore why schools do not teach us how to handle money. Stay tuned. So, what happens when schools don't teach students about money management? It's a question that may have crossed your mind, and the answer is rather unsettling. The lack of financial education in our schools has far-reaching implications, some of which we'll delve into now. First off, let's talk about debt. Without a proper understanding of how to manage money, many young adults find themselves in a sea of debt. This usually starts with student loans, but without the knowledge of how interest rates work and the long-term impact of these debts, it quickly snowballs into credit card debt, car loans, and sometimes even mortgages. By the time they realize the extent of their financial commitments, they are knee-deep in debt and struggling to keep their heads above water. Next, we have the issue of retirement savings. Most people underestimate the amount of money they need to live comfortably in their golden years. Without financial education, many don't start saving for retirement early enough, leading to panic and stress later in life. This lack of preparedness can result in a retirement that is far from the comfortable and carefree ideal that many aspire to. And then there's the overall financial instability. When individuals don't know how to budget or handle their money, they often live paycheck to paycheck, with no safety net to fall back on in case of emergencies. This precarious financial situation can lead to stress, anxiety, and a lower quality of life. Moreover, this lack of financial literacy doesn't just affect individuals, it impacts our entire society. When large portions of the population are financially unstable, it can lead to broader economic problems. High levels of consumer debt can slow economic growth, and a lack of retirement savings can put strain on social safety net programs. As you can see, the consequences of not teaching financial education in schools are far-reaching and long-lasting. And while it's clear that this is a problem, the question remains, what can we do about it? But that's a topic for our next scene. Stay tuned. You may ask, why is this such a big issue? Well, let's dive into it. The lack of financial education in our schools isn't just a minor oversight. It's a substantial problem that permeates every corner of our society, from the individual to the community at large. On an individual level, financial illiteracy can lead to a host of problems. For starters, it can create a cycle of debt. Without a solid understanding of how to manage money, individuals can fall into traps, like high-interest loans, credit card debt, and predatory lending practices. This kind of debt doesn't just vanish overnight, It can follow a person for years, even decades, hindering their ability to save, invest, and build financial stability. Moreover, financial instability can cause significant stress, negatively impacting mental and physical health. It's a well-known fact that stress is linked to a myriad of health issues, from heart disease to depression. Financial stress, in particular, has been identified as a major contributor to mental health problems. Imagine living your life constantly worrying about money, about how you're going to pay your bills, or whether you'll have enough to eat. It's a suffocating reality for far too many people. On a societal level, the effects of financial illiteracy are equally dire. It can lead to widespread poverty and economic inequality. When large swaths of the population don't understand how to manage their money, they're more likely to remain in low-income brackets, struggling to get by. This creates a wealth gap that's hard to close, contributing to a cycle of poverty that can persist across generations. Furthermore, a society filled with financially illiterate individuals is less likely to have a robust economy. When people can't afford to buy homes or invest in businesses, economic growth stagnates. It's a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. Clearly, we need to address this gap in our education system. The consequences of ignoring it are too grave to overlook, affecting not just our individual lives, but the well-being of our society as a whole. So, what can we do to fix this problem? A valid question indeed. The solution to this issue may not be a quick fix, but it's definitely within our reach. One of the most effective solutions is to incorporate financial education into the school curriculum. Just as we learn about history, science, and literature, why not learn about money management too? Imagine classrooms where students learn about savings, investments, and taxes, where they are taught how to budget, handle credit, and understand the importance of financial planning. But of course, change at an institutional level takes time. So while we advocate for this financial revolution in our schools, there are other avenues we can explore. Consider extracurricular financial workshops. These can be an excellent way to supplement the lack of financial education in schools. They can be organized by schools, community centers, or even online platforms. These workshops could cover a broad range of topics, from basic budgeting to more complex issues like investing in stocks or planning for retirement. And let's not forget the role of parents in this financial literacy journey. Promoting financial literacy at home can have a profound impact. Parents can start by having open conversations about money with their kids. Teaching them how to save, explaining the concept of earning, and even involving them in household budgeting can be great starting points. We also live in an era where technology can be a powerful ally. There are numerous apps and online resources that can help young people learn about managing money. They can start by tracking their expenses, setting savings goals, and gradually move on to more advanced topics. With these changes, we can help prepare future generations for financial success. Remember, financial literacy isn't just about making money. It's about understanding how money works, making informed decisions, and ultimately, achieving financial independence. Let's empower our youth with the knowledge they need to navigate the financial world with confidence. With these changes, we can help prepare future generations for financial success. In conclusion, financial education is an essential component of a comprehensive education. We've explored the unfortunate reality that schools often neglect this critical area, leaving many of us in the dark about managing money. This gap in our education system has far-reaching implications. It leads to individuals who are ill-prepared to handle their finances, resulting in debt, poor investment decisions, and financial instability. We delved into why this is a problem, highlighting how a lack of financial literacy can impact not only individual lives, but also the economy as a whole. We're talking about a ripple effect that can lead to financial crises and recessions, affecting us all in one way or another. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've also discussed potential solutions to this issue. Integrating financial education into the school curriculum, promoting accessible financial literacy programs, and encouraging self-education are all steps in the right direction. Remember, it's never too late to learn about money management. The power to change this narrative is in our hands. It's time we prioritize financial education, not just for ourselves, but for future generations to come. Let's take action and make financial literacy a standard part of education. Before we go, don't forget to subscribe to House Lux Estate for more financial education tips. Thanks for watching, and remember, your financial future is in your hands.